tired of your friends that decided to climb the mountain solo? Or are they gonna leave you for silksong in a week's time anyways? Well, these are my 10 tips for climbing the mountain for solo runners. If you find yourself missing a climb or slipping and falling, don't worry, it's actually possible to revive yourself. As long as you pick up a fast healing item like the cure-all or the Pandora box, you'll be able to pop such item while falling to healing damage and prevent fainting. Side note, items like the bandage and the med kit will usually not allow you to do this due to its slow healing time. Which brings me to my next point. Stop hoarding useless items. If I come across items like bandages, first aid kit, antidote, or god-awful rope, I will just throw it into the fog, or just straight up ignore it. Sure, they're useful if you just so happen to have that condition, but otherwise it's just a waste of a slot or way too heavy to be worth it. Especially rope, considering how useful it is for single-player running. Also, the best way to not hoard is to actually use them, so don't be afraid to use your items. If you see a ledge that seems taller or higher than expected, pop an item to get over it. I'd much rather you use an item now than pass away on the ground with a full hot bearing bag. But a great item to keep and fill your bags with would be the balloon, as it helps reduce your total weight in your bag, and in situations where you need to free up space for a moment, you can tie it onto yourself to save the slots. Although do remember, if you do it this way, they do untether after a period of time, so you could end up crushed by your own weight. Now, a great way to gather up items, such as the balloon, is to make use of the early low-level areas. The fog mechanic in the game only starts advancing after you reach a certain height in the game. This means that you're able to loot all you want in the early areas as long as you have enough food, and when you're ready, you can start climbing a full bag of gear. Speaking of food, when you're playing alone, make sure to eat all the food you come across. Since you don't have any friends to look out for and save food for, anything you cannot carry with you should be eaten as long as it gives you extra stamina. Which means when climbing the mountain, it's important to know what foods you can and cannot eat. Here's a diagram drawn by @dumbpopsicle on Reddit. Another thing to know is that when climbing, it is possible to climb on very, very small ledges, even though the game doesn't initially allow you to. This is done by having your foot placed on it sideways and constantly walking into it to prevent you falling off. This is extremely useful to regain stamina in the middle of a tough climb. This next tip is related to my first point, but even if you don't have a healing item to prevent your fall, it is still possible to survive it. All you have to do is stick close to the wall and hold left click as the game will register as if you're sliding down the wall. This can make you survive falls that will definitely damage you and save a run. And last but most importantly, it's okay to give up. Sometimes when I play games I get so sucked into it that I just get frustrated with the mechanics or my nap. I shouldn't do this. If the game isn't fun for me anymore, it's okay to stop and give yourself a break for the next day. Any sort of game is supposed to be fun, especially without your friends to add to the silliness, and makes it way easier to rage. And that's it, my top 10 tips. Please drop a sub. Literally only 2% of you subscribes, and I'm pretty sure that's my mom. Thanks for watching.